Please stand and join Michael McGinnis in singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good morning. My name is Dr. Dan Weinert, Provost of Palmer College. It is my distinct honor to be your Master of Ceremonies on this very special day. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the forefathers of chiropractic and the passing of members of our profession. Distinguished platform members, today's speaker, Dr. Robert Sinnott, candidates for the degrees, supporters, family, friends of today's graduates, welcome to today's commencement ceremonies as we mark the entrance of these outstanding men and women into the profession as Palmer graduates. And welcome to Palmer College, where it all started, the fountainhead of the chiropractic profession. This college represents our profession's rich heritage and its strong future. We would like to acknowledge those present who have served our country. Those graduating today are recognized with red, white, and blue cords. Would all veterans or active duty military in attendance, whether you're a graduate, family, or friend, please stand for recognition as we thank you for your service. Today, we are here to celebrate the commitment, dedication, outstanding achievements, and the certain future contributions of the 66 talented men and women seated in the center of this famed hall. Drawn together by the experience they've nearly completed, the students seated before you started their journey as a diverse collection of individuals. In fact, the flags here on stage represent the many countries they hail from. In addition to the United States, the candidates come from Canada, Italy, Japan, and Singapore. The American students represent 21 different states. As it has for well over a century, Palmer College continues to attract students seeking the best chiropractic education in the world. In turn, our community is enriched by their diversity of talent, tradition, and culture. As we call the candidates to the stage to receive their degrees, there are several protocols I'd like to mention. First, during today's ceremony, we will be granting 2 separate degrees, Bachelor of Science and Doctor of Chiropractic. Second, Palmer College celebrates its extensive alumni, and specifically the legacy of chiropractic that exists within some families, by encouraging the candidates to be accompanied to the stage by a family member who is also an alumnus of Palmer. And then lastly, we appreciate your participation in taking measures to protect the health and safety of our Palmer community. Graduates, remember, we're here assembled today to celebrate the beginning, not the end of a program, but the beginning of your professional lives. Palmer and your experiences and mentors before have prepared you well. You have entered to learn. Now it is time to go forth and serve. With that, let's begin our ceremony. Today's commencement speaker, Dr. Robert Sinnott, is a noted chiropractic speaker in the areas of chiropractic philosophy, neurology, and clinical practice. He has authored numerous works in those areas and has served as the chairman of the Council on Chiropractic Philosophy of the International Chiropractors Association. He published the Green Books on CD-ROM in 1997 and the Textbook of Human Adaptability, which have become acclaimed resources for the chiropractic profession around the world. Dr. Sinnott graduated with research honors from Palmer College in 1989. In his career spanning 3 decades, he has received many honors and awards for his efforts on behalf of the chiropractic profession, including the Legion of Chiropractic Philosophers degree in 2000, Diplomate in Chiropractic Philosophical Standards in 2005, and was a Fellow of Chiropractic Philosophy recipient in 2010. He has been involved in designing, teaching, and hosting the Chiropractic Philosophy Diplomate program since its inception. With his wife, Gail, who he credits to have done all the work and received none of the credit, he maintains a private practice in Frankfort, Illinois. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Robert Sinnott to our commencement stage today.
That guy sounds amazing. Let's see if I can do some justice. I can't tell you what an honor it is to be here today. I, of course, want to start by being able to see. Much better. I want to thank Chancellor Marchiori for the wonderful invitation to be here today, and Dr. Weinert for that very flattering introduction. But we're not here for that today. We're here for you, these 66 people gathered in front of me. You know, when I received the invitation to be here today, I thought about all the great chiropractors that have hailed from the halls of Palmer. I thought about my mentors. Each and every one of them went through this same room, graduated from this same stage, and received this same diploma as you today. Parents, grandparents, spouses, distinguished guests, faculty, and of course, my newest colleagues. We are here today to see years of plans and dreams take a major step toward fulfillment. For today, your loved one becomes a doctor, not just an ordinary doctor, but a most special doctor. In these uncertain times, they're desperately needed. To the graduates, the sense of accomplishment you feel is palpable to everyone in this room. Everyone in your family knows what you've been through to get to this place. Your pride is justified, not just because it took a tremendous amount of work, but I promise you, it's worth it. No class in our 125-year history has been able to choose the world into which they graduate. These are certainly different times. To this point, the history of chiropractic has been written for you. From this point forward, you will become co-authors of our profession's destiny. As JFK said, few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events. It is from numberless diverse acts of courage and belief that human history is shaped. The stresses upon the average family have never been as dramatic as they are today. Right now, you know something they don't. They need you. The people in the community you decide to dedicate your life to have no idea how the onslaught of daily life upon their systems will affect their health and their lifespan. As you know, when the ability of the body to adapt to stress is impaired, they will suffer. Scores of researchers at major universities have devoted recent decades to this very point. Poorly adapting individuals are less healthy, have higher rates of cardiovascular disease, sleep poorly, relate poorly in relationships with family and coworkers, suffer higher rates of digestive and respiratory problems. They have found that the reason that people fill their emergency rooms and critical care units in later decades of life is from poorly adapting over decades, seemingly symptom-free. They illustrate that a prolonged shift in the nerve function is the cause of irreversible multi-organ failure in later life. Why do they say irreversible? Because they can't do what you do. For the same reason, a brilliant researcher makes the point that a child with poor levels of adaptability will be sick for the rest of their life. It is uncorrectable in their antiquated paradigm. This old paradigm of fighting disease has failed. It is without question or argument a fact. The old paradigm is so ingrained in our culture that scientists can't imagine a way out at a current level of thinking. As Albert Einstein stated, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. You have a unique position in the future of healthcare. That unique position was formed in D.D. Palmer's seminal question of why. He asked why two men working in the same shop, breathing the same air, eating at the same bench, why is one sick and the other escapes unscathed? Why? What is that difference between them? D.D. went on to say in his first two of his four postulates, disease is not an entity. He was making the case that health is the entity, not disease. When he said disease is not a thing of enmity, he was pointing to the weakness of the heroic application. Traditional medicine teaches that the doctor dons the cape and attacks the fabled ogre of disease. Now medical educators and researchers have banded together from across the globe to push for a paradigm shift in their focus of fighting disease to one of optimizing health. While Dee, who put forward this model, his son BJ, his brilliant wife Mabel, their son David, all who ascribe to and push forward this same model throughout their leadership of this profession, are sadly not here today to bask in adoration they so richly deserve. Science has shown that even though it has taken them over a century, their efforts are accepted as a reality today. They are grasping blindly for what you already have as graduates of the Palmer College of Chiropractic. This movement in medical education is not merely a singular educator here or researcher there. It's being supported by the medical faculty at Georgetown, the University of North Carolina, across this country and around the world. The chief mathematician for the U.S. Army even has a leading role in pushing for a paradigm shift to look at health instead of disease. All of this because they're finding the need to answer Dee's original question of why. Yes, these are unique times. As this year showed, health is the entity. All over the world, some are considering the importance of optimizing their health for the first time in their lives. Yes, it's out of fear of susceptibility, but the end result is the same. They seek health. They no longer want to be the first man in Dee's example. What can medicine do to optimize health? It is simply not in their wheelhouse. They do not have the unique tools for unlocking health that you have been given by the finest chiropractic faculty in the world. I have had the privilege to speak for chiropractic schools around the world, and I promise you, there's no equal for those that stood in front of you in these hallowed halls. Palmer Proud is not just a saying, it's a reality, and one you will soon share in. Our commencement speaker 31 years ago was none other than the greatest philosophical mind of our profession's history, Dr. Galen Price. When I crossed the stage here at graduation, I recall it like it just happened. I began to step down the stairs on the right after being handed my diploma, and I was struck with fear. Wait, I don't know enough. There was no bolt of lightning. I don't know everything. I expected like some magical thing was going to put it all together for me. Was I ready to make my faculty proud? But the reality is you are special in the world of healthcare, and you are most certainly ready. You are walking down those same stairs today with a growing body of information supporting what you will be doing each and every day in practice. We have begun to unlock the riddle of Dee Dee's question of the differences between two individuals. Science is at the doorstep of confirming that not only that health is the entity, but now we have the ability to show with extreme levels of probability that the specific chiropractic adjustment taught to you by the finest technique department in the world improves in organizing the coordination of the body. Advanced mathematics is doing this today. As a matter of fact, we have a data scientist who has a PhD in mathematical physics who's putting a lot of these algorithms together. It's absolutely incredible what they're finding. This was a dream at my graduation 31 years ago. You have this information today. I'm jealous of you. I'd love to trade places in the profession with any of you. Such an opportunity ahead of you. I have 31 years behind me. I would like to go out there today armed with what you have, things we didn't even understand 31 years ago about the body. We're still finding anatomy. It would be a dream for me to have the length of practice left, as do you new graduates. My dear friend, Dr. Bart Turrell, has been in constant practice since his graduation in March of 1949. Yes, he's in his 72nd year of practice. I wish that for you. I wish you the passion and drive of a Dr. Turrell to offer what you have to the world with such clarity that retirement is a threat, not a goal. You will have the experience of seeing things for the first time as a chiropractor, the first time a child takes their first steps as a school-age youngster. You will see parents cry because their baby, who never sleeps, is out cold in their arms before they walk out your door. You'll have the experience of seeing athlete after athlete hit new PRs after your care. You will offer dignity to someone suffering the ravages of time and a life of not knowing that health comes from inside out. You will excitedly initially recognize that you have families with 4 generations under your expert care. And most importantly, you will have the opportunity to see a majestic mosaic form on a wall of your brain when the bits and pieces the faculty made you learn come together and offer you chiropractic wisdom. Yes, I'm truly jealous because you can only have those first-time experiences once. My hope for you that, like me, it never becomes mundane. Every patient is a new experience, a new opportunity to teach them the answer to Dee Dee's question of why. The word doctor, as you know, means teacher. Teach them about the entity of health, not disease. You have what the world is currently seeking with great zeal. You have the keys to unlock the imprisoned rivulet of communication in the body. You offer the opportunity for health, greater than any gift to mankind, more valuable than any financial wealth, for it cannot be bought, bargained for, or ignored until needed. Now, before I end this time with you, I'm going to ask you to do something for me. I ask that you never take full credit for the amazing things you will see each and every day in practice. First, always give credit to the innate abilities of their body to heal itself. When you give that specific adjustment, free of pills, potions, extraneous barnacles, they will feel you fixed them. Make sure they know that you removed an interference to the natural and normal process of health, the vertebral subluxation. They must know this in order to understand where health comes from. Secondly, take the time to contact a faculty member that gave you that gold nugget that helped you with a patient. Write them an email of thanks and appreciation. You'll get to see that live and in person. The brilliant faculty here made the conscious decision to offer what they know to you instead of practice themselves. They need to know they made a difference for you and those fortunate to be under your care. the illustrious faculty that poured their immense knowledge into you, sometimes seemingly with a fire hose, would be honored to know that they have made that same difference in your practice. Show them your gratitude when you envision their lectures in your practice, leading you to the answers you need. Honor their effort. Faculty of mine have heard from me many times over the years because it is right to give credit where it is due, and my practice is a direct reflection of what I was taught. People ask me what I do in practice. I do exactly what you were taught to do. When a patient is awaiting your care, that primary focus needs to be, is this patient adapting properly? This mentality is what separates you from the ordinary medical doctor. For as Dr. Palmer wrote, the one cause of all incoordination, symptom, and/or pathology in the living world is a failure to adapt to our internal and external environment. If a person in your community is not adapting properly and they have a vertebral subluxation, there is a need for you. The one cure is the innate ability of the body to heal itself, nothing else. So make certain they understand that health comes from inside. In our office, we have patients daily thank us for the specific care we provide. Often I make a point by saying, "Great to hear you're doing well. Did you take the whole bottle of tablets that Gail gave you at the front desk?" And they'll say, you know, what? Well, she didn't give me anything to take, like I've shorted them. And I tell them, so I did not put anything into you. I don't recall grabbing a scalpel and rearranging your anatomy or taking anything out of you either. So what did I do to you? And we have a nice conversation about what that means because it shows them the entity is health and there's an obstruction to healing. They need to understand this point to know where health comes from and how they heal. Yes, analogies may seem simple, but it's imperative that those under your care realize the source of their health lies within. When you seek cognition of your vital point as it takes hold of their thinking, there's no feeling like it in the world. You've unshackled their thinking and brought it forward into a modern age of science. On behalf of all those countless people in your communities, infants and children enduring colic, failure to thrive, asthma, bedwetting, whose life is less due to suffering from a life subjected to a wrong paradigm, thank you for dedicating your lives to make theirs better. I recall the feeling of sitting in your shoes today. It was a combination of accomplishment and the anxious waiting of the final seconds of the clock to tick away before 5th grade was over for the summer. Dreams of the awaiting summer fill your minds. What would the 11-year-old you say about you 10 years from now? Don't be shown up by the dreams of an 11-year-old. Be adventurous. My wish for you is, 1, to never be satisfied in your comprehension of chiropractic philosophy. It is the compass for your decades-long journey. Seek true north. As Abraham Lincoln stated so well, important principles may and must be inflexible. Realize now today that your feet are on solid ground and stand firm. Never relinquish the bedrock beneath your feet. Secondly, to be a master of your chosen chiropractic technique, find the best in those ranks and let them teach you. Seek mastery. Third, to have the intellectual curiosity of an 11-year-old. Never be satisfied with your current understanding. Science continually grows and expands. Seek truth. If you could ever meet the 11-year-old you, I would want you to be proud of what you became. Fulfill those dreams. Take the time to become engaged with your alumni association and other chiropractic associations as well. Refer students you think would be great chiropractors and give the faculty and administration here the chance to prove you right. 9 of my patients have become Palmer chiropractors. Our 11-year-old grandson, Austin, is in the audience and may become the 4th generation of Palmer chiropractors in our family, Palmer class of 2034. If I say it enough, he'll do it, you know. I wish you every success, but what does it mean to be successful? B.J. Palmer said, to be successful, the chiropractor must be the very soul of integrity. He must practice with all his heart the principle of restoration of the mental impulse supply from brain to body. He wrote that in 1929, and now 91 years later, he's still right. Be there for the people who pray in solitude for hope for their children. Be there for the elderly who've done their best for the world only to be left alone and wrecked with an incoordination from vertebral subluxation. Be there for the millions of families that need to know that their best days are not behind them, but ahead of them. Be there. Be there because without you, chiropractic will not realize the change it so desperately needs. Be there because you know you must. For those who know the truth, there is no ignoring duty. The burning ember inside each of you, once ignited, causes you to awaken to meet the task at hand in a way you never thought you were capable of. In a few short moments, that clock will finally tick off those last seconds, and you will be told to move that tassel across your cap. Be confident that each and every one of you are ready to meet the challenges that lie ahead in the summer season of your lives. Now, go out there, dream big, and be daring. Thank you. Congratulations.
Students who earn a Bachelor of Science program from Palmer College must complete 120 semester hours. 30 of these hours may come from basic science courses taken in the Doctor of Chiropractic curriculum. Dr. Marchiori, upon recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College, it gives me pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Bachelor of Science. The Bachelor of Science degree is awarded in General Science. The candidates will be introduced by Dr. Michelle Drover.
Hunter Allen. Theodore Edward Berlingeri. Jenna Catherine Braymeyer. Stockton C. Butterfield. Guy Richard DeWalt. Bronwyn Hutchinson. Nicholas Johnson. Nicole Amber Kaufman. Andrew James Keith. Casey Joe King. Aislinn Kuistra. Michael James McGinnis. Zachary Joseph Murphy. Ryan Nichols. Courtney Noel Paulson. Taylor Ritchie. Bradley Richard Straszewski. Riley Elizabeth Zielinski.
Good morning, candidates. On behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations. You may be seated. Palmer College recognizes 3 separate college awards representing the chiropractic science, art, and philosophy to which this chiropractic profession that we enjoy was founded and developed. Our first award will be presented by Dr. Cindy Long, Dean of Research.
The Research Honors Program, under the auspices of the Palmer Center for Chiropractic Research, gives students the opportunity to experience research and enhance their educational experience while in the Doctor of Chiropractic program by participating in a faculty-mentored research project. Class 202 has one Research Honors recipient. Matthew Connor Jordan conducted a research project titled Establishing Methods for Quantifying PERK Immunoreactive Cells in Lumbar Spinal Cords of a Spared Nerve Injury Model. Matthew presented some of this work at last year's Neuroscience Conference. His faculty mentor was Dr. Stephen Onifer. Matthew, please approach the stage to be recognized and receive your award. Dr. Ron Besch, Executive Dean of Clinics, will now present the next award.
The Clinical Excellence Award is presented by the college each trimester by the Department of Clinics to a graduating doctor who has demonstrated superior quality of service to the patients. The clinic faculty recommend candidates for this award. The Clinical Excellence Award committee members make their selection based on quality of care, leadership potential, performance knowledge and skills, service to patients, and dedication to the profession. The award recipient, Peta Mua, is from Appleton, Wisconsin. Prior to attending Palmer, Peta completed his bachelor's degree in kinesiology with a minor in neuroscience from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. While at Palmer, Peta served as a teaching assistant in the clinic, radiology quality 2, and in gross anatomy labs, and was a member of the Palmer Sports Outreach Program. Following graduation, Peta plans to associate in a multidisciplinary clinic in New Jersey. Peta, please approach the stage to be recognized and receive your award. Please welcome Dr. Roger Hines, Professor in Technique, to the podium to announce the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award nominees.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Roger Hines, and I'm honored to present the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award, named in honor of Palmer's 7th president and a chiropractic philosopher, anatomist, teacher, humanitarian, and practitioner who exemplified the philosophy, commitment, passion, logic, and reasoning of the practice of chiropractic. Recipients are nominated by faculty and their peers in the graduating class and selected by a faculty committee. Will the nominees for this award please rise and be recognized as your name is read? Nicholas Lim. Erica Ashley Perriard. Stephen Joseph Tavanero. Chase Robert Vasquez. Nominees, you may be seated. The Class 202 Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award winner earned multiple degrees prior to beginning the Doctor of Chiropractic program at Palmer College. He graduated from both Pittsburgh State University and the American Intercontinental University, majoring in human biology and project management. He also earned a master's degree in general psychology. While at Palmer, he was a work-study student in the cadaver labs and was actively involved in student clubs including Delta Sigma Chi, World Congress of Chiropractic Students, and QSM3. At this time, I would like our award winner, Stephen Joseph Tavernero, to come forward and receive the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award. Congratulations.
The Academic Excellence Award is presented to those members of the graduating class who have displayed the highest level of academic achievement by earning Dean's List honors every term while at Palmer. Will the recipients of this honor please present themselves? Stockton C. Butterfield. Lydia Elizabeth Cook. Giovanni Fraporte is not here today. Nicholas Johnson. Matthew Connor Jordan. Nicole Amber Kaufman. Aislinn Kuistra. Peta B. Mua. Bradley Richard Strzezuski. Chase Robert Vasquez.
The class salutatorians for our current class 22, we have two of them, Stockton C. Butterfield and Matthew Connor Jordan. I'll read both bios, then ask them to come to the front of the stage for your applause and recognition. Stockton is from Riverton, Utah. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, he received an associate's degree from Snow College in central Utah. He was awarded his Bachelor of Science degree here today earlier during this ceremony. While at Palmer, Stockton was president of the Selective Functional Movement Assessment Club, vice president of the Palmer LDS Club, ambassador-elect, and also he was working closely with our team in the Palmer Center for Business Development. After graduation, Stockton plans to work as an associate chiropractor in the Hatman Rodriguez Chiropractic Clinic in Elmira, New York. Matthew Connor Jordan resides in Hagerstown, Maryland, prior to coming to Palmer College. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, he also earned a bachelor's degree in nutrition from Virginia Tech. In addition to his research honors presented here earlier, Matthew completed 2 trimesters in the Veterans Affairs Student Clerkship Training Program, and following graduation, he has received a 1-year chiropractic residency position appointment with the Central Iowa Veterans Affairs Hospital. He would like to continue serving our nation's veterans in the VA hospital care system well into the future. Matthew would also like to acknowledge and recognize his wife, Emily, and his mother, Regina, for all that they have been able to do in providing love and support throughout his time here at Palmer. Stockton and Matthew, please come forward, receive your plaques, and stand to be recognized. If I happened to be salutatorian of my graduating class, you wouldn't get me off the stage. You guys are bolting. And if I were ever valedictorian of some graduating class, I would stay here camped out all weekend. Valedictorian is the highest recognition that we can give our graduating class. This is the criterion that is typically translating to a 4.0 grade point average throughout the coursework that they have here at Palmer, which is in excess of 70 courses. So you can imagine day in and day out the issues that you deal with through 72 courses of study, and you continue not to get anything less than an A to achieve a 4.0. It's outstanding. It seems insurmountable as a challenge. Yet today we have 4 people that have been able to perform that for this class 22, which is very unusual. So this is an advanced class, 66 graduates, and 4 of them achieve a 4.0. I'd like to read their bios and likewise bring them up at the end for recognition. The first is Giovanni Frappatori. He is from Fiumoli, Verona, Italy. He's unable to be with us this afternoon based on travel restrictions, but I would like to read his bio and recognize him, and he'll be watching the videotape of this ceremony soon, as well as we have a comment from him upcoming in the ceremony. Prior to attending Palmer, he graduated from the university in Italy, and he played professional rugby for 6 years. When he came to Palmer, Giovanni put his rugby coaching skills and player skills as he coached our Palmer Rugby Club, played in it, and then coached it. He also worked during that time as a dissector in Gross Anatomy 1 and 2. Following graduation, Giovanni plans to open a multidisciplinary practice in Italy with his father, who's a family medical doctor there, and he hopes to continue to develop chiropractic in his region of Italy. Our second is Nicholas Johnson. He's from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, where he completed an associate's degree from Kirkwood Community College prior to attending Palmer. While at Palmer, he was involved greatly in Palmer's pediatric club and efforts to promote pediatric care through chiropractic. Following graduation, Nicholas plans to do an associate in an established practice as he finalizes his plans to open his own practice. Our third is Nicole Kaufman. She's from Shahomish. The laughter tells me I missed that, but that's how we pronounce it in Western Pennsylvania, where I grew up at least, Washington. Prior to attending Palmer, Nicole studied exercise science at Seattle Pacific University, and she was awarded a Bachelor in Science degree from Palmer earlier in today's ceremony. Nicole is the 6th member of her family to graduate from Palmer College. After graduation, she'll be working alongside those family members, specifically her father and her sister, at Kaufman Chiropractic in Bothell, Washington. Our fourth is Bradley Strzezuski. He's local. He's from Eldridge, Iowa, just about 10 miles north of here. Before attending Palmer, Bradley studied at Kirkwood Community College and Scott Community College, and he received his bachelor's degree earlier in today's ceremony. While at Palmer, Bradley was a member of Palmer's Golf Club, and after graduation, he plans to associate as he finalizes plans to open his own practice. Bradley is not only close to Palmer geographically, but he's also been around Palmer for a number of years. His mom, Susan, is an employee of ours in the advancement office, dealing with records, alumni records, and other key areas. And his father is a longtime past employee of the college. He's a past employee of the college with a long tenure. His tenure was in the technique department as a faculty member teaching the technique that all of these students have perfected over their time here, and then also served as a department chair for that technique area. So Brad's been around chiropractic for a long period of time. Giovanni is not here, but Nicholas, Nicole, and Brad, please come forward, receive your awards, and stand abreast on this area of the stage so that you can be recognized. Folks, the valedictorians will now address the assembly.
Hello, everyone. I'll keep it short because we got a few people up here, but I'm also not very good at speeches. So, first of all, I have to start out by thanking my family, especially my mom and dad. They've supported me through everything, and even in times when I didn't think I would make it here, they always knew that I would. Palmer's been quite a unique experience that's changed me in many ways alongside becoming a doctor. I've grown as a person as I never thought I would, and I see a lot of that change in you two. And I'm sure I'm not the only one whose 2016 self wouldn't recognize them today. I've lived all over the place in the country. I've come to know a wide variety of people, and I'm really happy to say that some of the best people I've ever met are sitting right here in front of me. And that's why I know that you'll all be great chiropractors, and I'm very lucky to have been able to go through this whole experience with you. I wouldn't change anything, except for my friends calling me the wrong name on purpose, to the point where some of you actually forgot my real name. So thank you all for the last couple of years. They really have been some of the best of my life. Thank you.
Wow, this is cool. You guys are all so perfectly spaced apart. You really all love each other, don't you? So I'm noticing a lack of audio recorder. Just want to let Norma Jean know that you have my permission to record this speech. It's hard to put into words what our time at Palmer has been like. When I was preparing for this speech, I tried to remember some of the main events, but all I got was a memory from my second try at Palmer. It was an overcast August day. I was absolutely exhausted, being that I was about halfway through arguably the hardest try at Palmer and about 6 months behind on sleep. At this point, I think a lot of us were stuck in that overcast, no end in sight mindset, just wanting the line at Red Band to be short so we can get our coffee before the next couple of hours are spent studying every bump, crack, and line in our bag of bones. But this was no ordinary day. It was August 21st, 2017. And if that date means nothing to you, it was the day that Palmer handed us what looked like 3D paper glasses that would be handed out in a showing of Spy Kids 3. It had totally escaped my attention that this was the day that we could observe the solar eclipse. Although I hadn't worn glasses like this since 2003, it was pretty self-explanatory. Put them on and look up. Now, I'm not the kind of person that weeps at the sight of the Big Dipper or anything, but seeing that eclipse definitely made my day. It pulled me out of that bleak and overcast mentality one gets trapped in when sleep-deprived and breathing in just a little too much phenol in the cadaver lab. Instead of feeling trapped in the confines of school and all that it entailed, I was gazing on at a celestial event caused by a gray, unassuming moon blocking out the light of a sun 400 times bigger than it. Now I'll address the elephant in the room. Our last trimester here felt eerily similar to the second I was so obliquely referring to, except this time it's been on a global scale. I want to encourage everyone to be the person handing out cheesy solar eclipse glasses, because taking a moment to look beyond the clouds and seeing the rare and seemingly miraculous things happening around us is what inspires and motivates us to see the bigger picture. Class of 202 is being given an incredible gift today. With the support of Palmer, family, friends, and each other, we are given a diploma that grants us permission to correct backpack positioning, use the phrase "shoulders back" as a general greeting, and tell patients under 10 that we can make popcorn without the use of kernels, heat, or oil, and have it be socially acceptable. I will not take these gifts for granted. I want to finish up with just a few thank yous. Palmer, thank you for doing everything that you could to make this graduation happen. It's a memory that we'll have for the rest of our lives. To my family that is here today, thank you for not only taking the time to show up for me today, but also for being lifelong role models and supporters of me since day one. And lastly, thank you, Class 202, for the incredible memories, for being small but mighty. And thank you, Seth, for being my sole supplier of highlighted class schedules 10 trimesters in a row.
I'd like to start off by saying what an honor it is to be speaking with you all today. About a month and a half ago, I turned 28 years old, and to be honest with you, the first 27 years of my life, the thought of giving a valedictorian speech had never crossed my mind. I did some research on the internet and was fortunate enough to attend Palmer Class 201's graduation and found a few main themes on how to craft a valedictorian speech. Be thankful, inspire, and don't take up too much time. So, let's start off with the thank yous. I would like to thank my family throughout my life and my time at Palmer. My family has always been there to support me through the good times and the bad. They have been my rock, and I will forever be thankful for their love and support. Next, I would like to thank all my friends. When I began at Palmer, it was never really in my expectations that I would make many friends. I foresaw many hours of class, studying, and time spent by myself trying to stay sane. Luckily, I was wrong. You have all opened your hearts to me and let me be a part of your lives and allowed me to de-stress in a highly stressful environment. The friendships I have made here at Palmer are ones that I'll cherish and I expect will last a lifetime. At least most of them anyway. Some of them may be more like a summer romance. I say summer because that is when you golf. Stockton? I think we both know it's over, pal. It was a heck of a ride. Lastly, I would like to thank the faculty and staff for putting up with me for the last 3 years. Despite all the tests and assignments, I have greatly enjoyed my time at Palmer, and a lot of the reason is for the great people that have given me the knowledge, tools, and support to help me succeed throughout my time at Palmer. Thank yous. Check. Now, on inspiration. Frankly, this part was difficult for me because everyone draws inspiration in their own ways. For example, I've always found music to be my greatest source of inspiration. I spent countless hours throughout my time at Palmer listening to music while studying or preparing my mind for a big test. So I figured I would share some of my favorite lyrics from songs that I found inspiring. Unfortunately, my brother Matt is 9 years older than me and partly raised me to be a pseudo-80s kid, so a lot of these are going to be rather cheesy. The first lyrics come from the song Thunder in Your Heart by John Farnham, featured in the 1986 movie Rad. Cry of the wind, spirit of fire, the heart of a lion. Taking control, burning desire, your flame never dying. Don't lose that feeling, don't ever stop believing. There's one more moment of truth, and you're gonna face it, because there's thunder in your heart. Every move is like a lightning. It's the power you feel when you get your taste of the glory. There's a fire gonna start, and you know you're going under. You can light the dark when you hear your heart of thunder. You know, reading that out loud didn't exactly have the impact I was expecting. Let's try another one. How about the song Dare by Stan Bush from the 80s Transformers movie? Sometimes when your hopes have all been shattered, there's nowhere to turn. You wonder how you keep going. Think of all the things that really matter. and the chances you've earned. The fire in your heart is growing. You can fly, if you try, leaving the past behind. Heaven only knows what you might find. Dare to believe you can survive. You hold the future in your hand. Dare to keep all your dreams alive. It's time to take a stand. You can win if you dare. All right, I'm starting to think this isn't going over as well as I thought it would, so let's just try one more. From Joe Esposito's You're the Best, featured in The Karate Kid. Fight till you drop, never stop, can't give up till you reach the top. You're the best in town, listen to that sound. A little bit of all you got can never bring you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Well, that was a bit of a failure. Inspiration, not check. In all seriousness, Class 202, I know you all possess the skills and the knowledge necessary to succeed, and just know that I will be rooting for you each step of the way. Oh, and one last piece of advice for you, Class 202. Watch your step when walking onto the stage. We don't really need a repeat of our first class here at Palmer. Thank you.
Good morning, America. What's up today? I have so many things I would like to say and so many people I would like to thank that I don't even know where I should start from. But I promise I'll try to keep it short, and if not, I'll just have somebody from here just throw me a shoe or something just to stop me. They say that the best way to make a speech is tell your story. So I guess I'll start from my story. In my life, every tough decisions I ever took were the best one. When I was 18, I had to decide whether to start a professional rugby career or to stay in the comfort with my family. And 6 years later, I won two Italian rugby titles, and most importantly, I met my wife. That same experience saved me a ticket for Palmer College. And I still remember the email I received from Ron O'Brien, and by the way, hi Ron, thank you for the email, that told me I was accepted into Palmer. And that for me was one of the biggest wow moments in my life. Moving in the States was probably the hardest decision. You have to move away from your family on the other side of the oceans, away from your friends, starting to study in a language that is not yours, and at the same time hoping at home everything would be fine. Every day for 4 years, I've walked the same path from home to college, from college to home, and that was for me my thinking time. And I used to think about this moment, about this speech. I used to imagine my family, my friends on the audience, maybe with a little Italian flag, and my mom yelling, "There is my boy," or something on those lines. I tell you what, my dad speaks very little English, my mom absolutely zero. And when 3 years ago I had the injury to my neck, my mom and my dad flew from Milan to Chicago, and they made it through the customs. I don't know how they did it, but eventually they did it. And they rented a car, drove across the Midwest, and made it to Iowa City. And the funny thing is that they finally got lost in the parking lot in Iowa City Hospital. But how powerful is that? So thank you, Mama, and thank you, Babbo, for believing in me, for all you have done for me. Thank you for letting me go when I was 18 years old, and thank you for buying me that ticket for the States that, metaphorically speaking, is like buying the ticket to make my dreams come true. There's also many other people I would like to thank, and they say that every person that you meet in your life, they are going to change you somehow. And I will remember you forever. So thank you, Mike. Thank you, Alisa. Mike and Dee. Thank you, Charlotte, Emmanuel. Thank you, Paolo, Cecilia. I would like to thank Dr. Pelt and all the staff doctors in the rehab department, as well as I would like to thank the Palmer Rugby Alumni Association and the rugby team, my big boys. I really want to thank for all you have done for me. But there is one person I would really like to thank, and that is my wife, Sylvia. Again, when I had my injury, we were in Iowa City, and I was in the bed with a halo attached to my skull to traction my spine, and she came to me and said, Giovanni, I promise you, I'll do everything in my capabilities to help you make your dream come true. And she did it. From the next week, we were in school and she was pushing me in the wheelchair throughout the classrooms. And across the years, she always held me in even the hardest moments. And I tell you the truth, most of the nights we were not even sleeping together. When I was studying until later at night, I would turn to my side and watch her, and she was sleeping and supporting me even when she was asleep. So thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, really. I don't know how you did it, but you did. And I wouldn't be the person I am without you. There is a funny story I would like to tell about Sylvia's dad. And that happened almost 7 years ago. Me and Sylvia were out, we were having a party, and then after the party, we go home and we decided to watch a movie. And I thought, oh boy, I better not fall asleep on this couch. And there we go. The next morning, I hear a voice waking me up, and it was Sylvia's dad that said, oh, good morning. And I look up, there is Carlo, his dad, with his big smile. He was happy like a panda bear, although he had a stranger on his couch. And I remember him like this, nice man. Unfortunately, 2 months ago, he passed away. And he created a terrible void in our souls. So here we are, separated by an oceans and thousands of miles. But I would like to say grazie, Carlo. Grazie per tutto quello che hai fatto per me, grazie per avermi trattato come un figlio e grazie per il caffè della mattina. Io ti prometto che farò tutto quello che posso e mi prenderò cura della tua bambina, Silvia. Mi manchi tanto davvero e ti voglio tanto bene. The truth is that in life you can make programs, but these programs are likely going to change. Whatever is your goal, there are multiple paths to follow. And life can be tough sometimes. Those programs can be disrupted. But please do it. Just hold strong. Clench your fists together. Hold strong to those goals. The paths are going to change. It's a twisted road together. And the perfect example is our profession 50 years ago. Finally, I would like to thank my classmates. Hopefully our paths are going to cross again. So thank you and good luck to everybody.
To receive a Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer College of Chiropractic, students must complete a rigorous curriculum that is the equivalent of 5 academic years in 10 trimesters or 3 1/3 calendar years. There are 74 courses and 4,620 contact hours of instruction in the curriculum required for graduation. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and the Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me great pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. The graduating doctors will be introduced to Dr. Marchiori by Dr. Michelle Drover, Associate Dean for Life Sciences. Dr. Marchiori will present the colors of the doctoral hood signifying the candidate's success in completing the graduate program. Will the candidates please present themselves?
Stockton C. Butterfield, summa cum laude, Utah. Lydia Elizabeth Cook, magna cum laude, Ohio. Giovanni Frapporti, summa cum laude, Italy. Giovanni's not able to be with us today. Nicholas Johnson, summa cum laude, Iowa. Matthew Connor Jordan, summa cum laude, Maryland. Nicole Amber Kaufman, summa cum laude, Washington. Aislinn Kuistra, summa cum laude, Canada. Peta B. Mua, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Bradley Richard Straszewski, summa cum laude, Iowa. Chase Robert Vasquez, summa cum laude, Washington. Hunter Allen, Nevada.
Thank you. Thank you.
Whitney Lauren Anderson, Alaska. Jobin Thomas Barnes, Illinois. Theodore Edward Berlingeri, New Jersey. Jenna Catherine Braymeyer, Iowa. Bradley S. Camiller, cum laude, Michigan. Zachary Samuel Chess, Florida. Seth James Christensen, cum laude, Wisconsin. Guy Richard DeWalt, Wisconsin. Sydney Jean Deegan, cum laude, Canada. Paige DeThorne, cum laude, Wisconsin. Matthew Eiselt, Illinois. Ivianne Victoria Elborough, cum laude, Wisconsin. Megan Marie Epps, Delaware. Megan is not able to be with us today. Bailey Christine Giddings, Iowa. Zach Anthony Gandolfo, Pennsylvania. Austin Montgomery Gray, Minnesota. Norma Jean L. Harness, Wisconsin. Jessica Lisbeth Hernandez, magna cum laude, Texas. Bronwyn Hutchinson, cum laude, Wisconsin. Ashley Elizabeth Unchampong Kamara, magna cum laude, Michigan. Marika Kato, Japan. Andrew James Keith, Ohio. Andrew is not able to be with us today. Casey Joe King, Michigan. Joshua James Kirkland, Illinois. Nicholas Lim, Singapore. Gates Mayer, Indiana. Glenn Maricelli, Montana. Glenn is not able to be with us today. Michael Markowski, Wisconsin. Jillian Mazika, Illinois. Michael James McGinnis, Wisconsin. Andrew Miller, Minnesota. Andrew is not able to be with us today. Lakeisha Shanae Mosley, Indiana. Zachary Joseph Murphy, Wisconsin. Rebecca Niblock, Kansas. Ryan Nichols, Illinois. Courtney Noel Paulson, Iowa. Monica Royer Pease, Ohio. Erica Ashley Perriard, Michigan. Maria Popadick, Wisconsin. Leslie Rogers, cum laude, Indiana. Sydney Laree Rutledge, magna cum laude, Michigan. Haley Joanne Nicole Schaefer, Illinois. Ryan Schwartz, Michigan. Caitlin Molly Senebutarath, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Corinna Shampo, Wisconsin. Michael Scott Skelly, Massachusetts. Courtney Helen Slobby, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Nash Michael Stopko, Iowa. Evan Robert Strahl, Michigan. Stephen Joseph Tavernaro, Missouri. Nicholas S. Taylor, Michigan. Joseph Aaron Veers, magna cum laude, Indiana. Taylor Riley Zarin, Wisconsin. Leilani Zinsley, Iowa.
The faculty of Palmer College of Chiropractic is praiseworthy for many reasons. The responsibility that they have is providing the very best education possible to our students. They fulfill their mission well. They fulfill it with distinction. Due to social distancing, we don't have a lot of the faculty with us today to make capacity for our visitors, but we do have a message that we would like to play now from key faculty members representing the full faculty here at the main campus.
Congratulations, Class 202. Boy, it's been a long time since first trimester Gross 1 Lab. Now you've completed 10 content-packed trimesters here at Palmer College, and you're about ready to head out and start your chiropractic practice. I'm so excited for you. I wish you much success and happiness professionally as well as personally. Enjoy the ride.
Hi Class 202, as the instructor who's given you more work than anyone else on campus, I just want to say that I know how hard you've worked for all of this. On behalf of all of the Palmer faculty, staff, and administration, just want to let you know that we're really proud of you and we know you're going to continue to do great things. Congratulations.
First off, congratulations, and I am so proud of you. Look at all of the things that you have already accomplished. You are going to go out into the world and do amazing things. Everybody is rooting for you. One piece of advice, make sure you ask for help. We are all in this together.
I'd like to say congratulations for all your hard work. You know, it's been a crazy ending to your career here, and you had so much energy and focus that it was a pleasure to work with you. It was a blessing. Just remember to keep a calm mind, a warm heart, and active hands, and you'll be hugely successful throughout your career.
Today, we are Palmer proud. The minute you step off campus as doctor today, you join the Palmer family, nearly 30,000 alumni worldwide who continue to connect with Palmer through their philanthropy, through referring students, and through returning to campus for homecoming and alumni socials. We hope you'll continue to share your firsts, your success, and all your Palmer pride with us. We're so proud of you.
As we near the end of our ceremony, I certainly want to take a minute to thank all the parents and family and friends who could join us today, and those that can't join us but will watch the tape of this later, and certainly congratulate the graduates later as well. We appreciate all the support you provided these folks. Your names are not on the diploma, but your work, your sacrifices, and your contribution are embedded in their successes, and we recognize that. We thank you for that. And we appreciate that that will continue. They're not ours anymore. We're turning them back to you very soon. So take care of them and continue to support them. And I know they've appreciated all that you've done. And folks, make sure you tell them, right? Don't let those kinds of things go unsaid. Members of Class 22, I certainly want to say that you've had a lot to deal with. I want to recognize that, as others have done. None of which has been your fault. You didn't do anything with the COVID-19 pandemic, nor the nation, nor this institution's reaction to it. You were not responsible for any of those things. You had to react to those, to problems that were not your making. And I apologize for the events over the last couple of months, because you clearly missed some valuable time with each other, with your faculty, your mentors, with your patients in the clinic, and in our classrooms and our clinical setting where you really belonged during this last term, and we apologize that you weren't there. I further apologize for aspects of this commencement ceremony today. You should be bunched tight together in this heated hall, right? And giving yourselves high fives and hugs and all the rest of that, and some of that is moved from the ceremony, and I apologize for that. But the fact is, we're here today, and for some of you, today has always been the expectation. You've been an overachiever since preschool, and you're not surprising anyone by your continued work and attainment of a doctorate and continue forward with your work in healthcare. For others, it might have started as kind of an irrational dream, and now you've realized it. And we could probably identify at least a few of you where you've surprised all of us. It's been kind of divine intervention. Who are we kidding, right? But here you are. And it's not a mistake. You're really here, and it's really going to happen. The registrar did not make a mistake. We double-checked. Here you go. So whether you are here for the expectation, the dream, or a turn of, good fortune, we certainly want to represent that today is earned and deserved. And it's something that we want to recognize, that you've been able to accomplish our program and accomplish it well. And in the face of all that has transpired in the past couple of months, I'm really happy that we could be here. It's really important that we could be here, even with changes, to celebrate this moment. Because this is a big time. This is not just the beginning of your professional life, it's also your end of your formal time on campus. And it's had some challenges, but as the Latin philosopher Cyrus wrote, anyone can hold the helm when the sea is calm. The challenge is to pilot during the storm. And a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. So Class 22, over the past couple of months, you've found yourself directly in a path of a storm. And predictable to your character, your individual character and your class's character, you've steered through these high seas of current circumstances with remarkable strength, and for all of us, admirable perseverance. You will be set apart at Palmer for all that you've done. And I believe that these moments, these continued challenges you've had over the last couple of months, will make you better for the unpredictable moments that are certainly in your future. It's given you poise of balance that you will need, because challenges are never going to be over. It's not all good times or neutral, right? There's going to be obstacles. You're always going to be a special class for Palmer. Your strength, your resilience is something that has inspired all of us. It's inspired the other students on our campuses. It's inspired our faculty and staff and administration. So please stay connected to each other. Stay close to each other. Make sure you stay connected to this institution. Visit us. We're always here. Visit us during homecoming and other times that you're in the area. We look forward to following your journey and your professional life beyond our confines of our campus with all that we know you're going to accomplish. So let's make this official. Please rise. And in accordance with the science, art, and philosophy of chiropractic, and in consequence to the dedication of restoration of sick to health, I'm going to request that you take a chiropractic oath. So students, please raise your right hand and repeat the oath after me. I, and repeat your name, will adhere to the code of ethics espoused by the chiropractic profession. I will observe and practice professional conduct in relation with my patients, my colleagues, myself, and my profession. I will seek to preserve the integrity of my profession and help it grow in service to the benefit of all humanity. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity. And in my association with these patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I will provide regimen for the good of my patients according to my ability and my judgment. I will regard and refer to my fellow doctors with honor and dignity, giving credit for their dedication and commitment to our profession. I will continue to improve my knowledge and skill and be sincere in my resolution to justify the responsibility which this degree symbolizes and imposes. Students, you may put your right hand down, remain standing in accordance on behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, in accordance with the virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa. I do hereby confer upon you today the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic. In keeping with academic tradition, you may change your tassels from the right to the left, turn, and present yourselves to the assembly for recognition. And students, you may remain at your seats, and Dr. Weiner will have some closing remarks.
Doctors, thank you for your participation in today's event. We'll now begin the recessional, in which graduates will be led from the auditorium by our faculty marshal. We ask that those in the audience wait for an usher to dismiss you by section to accommodate social distancing as you exit Vicki Ann Palmer Auditorium. Graduates, congratulations.